Video, we're going to derive the reduction formulas for cosine, sine, and tangent. And from a high level, what these reduction formulas let us do is take higher powers of the trig functions, so for example, cosine squared of theta, and rewrite them in terms of the first power of that trig function. Obviously, it's not as easy as just setting these two equal to each other, so this video is going to focus on how we can figure out the formula to do this sort of conversion. We're going to start off with the double angle formula for cosine. So if you saw my previous video, you'll know that there is actually three of these double angle formulas for cosines. The ones we're going to use are going to be these two. So cosine of 2 theta equals 2 cosine squared theta minus 1, and cosine of 2 theta equals 1 minus 2 sine squared theta. I'm going to move this one out of the way right now, and we're just going to work with the first one. In both of these equations, we can see that we have some form of the higher power. So we have, in this case, cosine squared theta, and we want to solve for that. So we'll start off by just adding 1 across. Cosine of 2 theta plus 1 equals 2 cosine squared theta. Then we're going to divide by 2. Plus 1 over 2 equals cosine squared theta. And there you have it. There's the first formula. So wherever we see this cosine squared theta in a different function, we can replace it with this. So all right, we'll take this, save it off to the side, and then we will start working on the other one. So in this case, we're going to solve for sine squared theta. Again, we're going to, actually this time we're going to add this across. So we'll have 2 sine squared theta equals 1 minus cosine 2 theta. So I just kind of swap these. Then I'm going to divide each side by 2. And then we'll have sine squared theta equals 1 minus cosine 2 theta over 2. And there's our second reduction formula. There's also a reduction formula for tangent. This one we can get to just by knowing that tan squared theta is going to be equal to sine squared theta over cosine squared theta. So here we're just going to take the two things that we figured out over here, and we're going to plug them in. So we'll have tan squared theta is equal to 1 minus cosine of 2 theta over 2, all over cosine of 2 theta plus 1 over 2. And so here the trick is that these 2's cancel out, and then we're left with tan squared theta equals 1 minus cosine of 2 theta over cosine of 2 theta plus 1. And this here is our third reduction formula. So whenever we encounter these higher power trig functions, we can replace them with something that is a little bit more manageable. Now that we've figured out what the reduction formulas are, we're going to give them a test run. So in this question, we're asked to rewrite cosine to the 4th x in terms of cosine x and sine x. So the goal here is to get rid of all higher powers of these trig functions. We're going to start off by rewriting this. Cosine to the 4th x is actually equal to cosine squared of x squared. And immediately we should see that this cosine squared value is something we have a reduction formula for. So we're going to substitute in what we figured out, which is going to be 1 plus cosine of 2x over 2 squared. So we'll do this math out. It's going to be 1 plus 2 cosine of 2x plus cosine squared 2x all over 4. Then we're going to break it up into individual functions. So we're going to have 1/4 plus 2 cosine 2x over 4 plus cosine squared 2x over 4. Then what we should see is we have another cosine squared. So what we're going to do is basically just repeat the process. We're going to substitute in our value here. It's not raised to a power, so basically I'm just going to draw it over here, and we're going to do 1 plus cosine, and it's usually 2x, but our x, this is actually our like x value. So it's going to be 2 times 2x, so it's going to be 4x. And then we're going to have all over 2. So this portion over here is going to be 1 plus cosine of 4x over 2 over 4, which I'm just like plugging it in over here. And then the 2 over 4, that's going to get combined into 8. So then rewriting the rest of the function, a little bit backwards, but there we go. And then we want to get all these in terms of 8 on the bottom, or eighths. So I'm going to multiply this one by 2 over 2, and then I'm going to multiply this one by 2 over 2. So it's going to equal 2 plus 4 cosine 2x plus 1 plus cosine of 4x all over 8. And we can actually combine the 1 and 2 to just be 3. So I'll do that here. And this is going to be our final answer. We're going to have cosine to the 4th of x is equal to this giant equation. Next question, we're asked to prove that sine cubed of 2x is equal to 1/2 sine of 2x times 1 minus cosine of 4x. For some reason, this one looks harder than the cosine to the 4th x problem that we just did, but it's really not. The first step is to just break this first term into 2 separate terms, which is going to be sine of 2x and sine squared of 2x. And we're going to leave the right side alone for right now. Then we should see that we have a sine squared, so we can substitute in our reduction formula. This is going to be sine of 2x times 1 minus the cosine of 2 theta over 2. In this case, I left it in terms of theta because we want to point out that theta here is equal to 2x. So we can rewrite this whole thing as sine of 2x times 1 minus cosine of 2 times 2x. So it's going to be 4x over 2. Then if we just pull out this like value, we can rewrite this thing as 1/2 sine of 2x times 1 minus cosine of 4x. And then we can look back up to our problem, and we realize that we just proved it without really even realizing it. So yeah, it's that quick.